You're scrolling through your phone on an ordinary Tuesday morning, coffee in hand, traffic noise outside. Then every device around you starts screaming the same emergency alert. You look up at the sky and see something that makes your blood run cold. Massive shadows blocking out the sun. Ships. Hundreds of them. And in that moment, everything humanity thought it knew becomes completely irrelevant. What if aliens invaded Earth? Not in some distant future, not in a movie, but right now, today. Would we survive? Could we fight back? Or would we become another extinct species in the cosmic graveyard? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will completely change how you see our place in the universe. Let's set the stage here. For over 70 years, humanity has been searching for extraterrestrial life. SETI, the Fermi paradox, Drake's equation. We've sent golden records into space, broadcast radio signals into the void, and built telescopes that peer billions of light years away. All looking for one thing: proof that we're not alone. But here's the uncomfortable truth most scientists won't say out loud. If an alien civilization has the technology to cross interstellar space and reach Earth, they're not our equals. They're not even close. They'd be to us what we are to ants, maybe worse. Think about it. The energy required to move a spacecraft across light years of empty space, the engineering to keep a crew alive for centuries, maybe millennia, the computational power to navigate through asteroid fields and cosmic radiation. We can barely get humans to Mars, and that's right next door. Any species that shows up here isn't coming to shake hands and trade recipes. They're coming because they want something: resources, territory, or maybe they see us the same way we see bacteria in a petri dish. Interesting for a moment, then expendable. Now, there are roughly 7.8 billion humans on this planet. We speak thousands of languages, we're divided by borders, religions, political systems. We can't agree on climate change, let alone a unified response to an existential threat. And you think we're ready for an alien invasion? The United Nations has no protocol for this. NATO's playbook doesn't include hostile extraterrestrial contact. Our militaries are designed to fight each other, not something that might not even need to land to wipe us out. So let's be clear about our starting position: unprepared, divided, and technologically outmatched. That's humanity on day zero of first contact. It starts with silence. Not explosions, not laser beams, just silence. Their ships appear simultaneously over every major city on Earth: Beijing, New York, London, Mumbai, Lagos, Tokyo, Sydney. Massive structures, each one miles across, hovering motionless above the skyline. No communication, no demands, just presence. Dr. Sarah Chen, an astrophysicist at MIT, is one of the first to calculate their mass. The numbers don't make sense. These ships shouldn't be able to exist according to our physics. The gravitational distortion alone should be pulling planes out of the sky, causing tidal disruptions. But nothing happens. They just float there, defying everything we understand about matter and energy. Meanwhile, in Geneva, the UN Security Council holds an emergency session. Russia wants to launch nuclear weapons immediately. The US urges caution. China proposes a delegation. They argue for 6 hours while the ships do absolutely nothing. Then, at exactly midnight Greenwich Mean Time, every screen on Earth displays the same message. Not in English, not in any human language, but somehow everyone understands it perfectly, like the meaning is being planted directly into our minds. Your planet has been selected for integration. Resistance is compliance. Compliance is survival. That's when the panic truly begins. The aliens, let's call them the collectors because that's what Dr. Chen starts calling them, they don't attack, not immediately. Instead, they demonstrate. On day 2, every military satellite orbiting Earth simply stops working. Communications go dark, GPS fails, missile defense systems are blind. It happens in under 60 seconds, and not a single shot was fired. They didn't destroy our satellites. They just turned them off, like flipping a light switch. Major Tom Russo, a fighter pilot based in Nevada, described what happened when his squadron was scrambled to intercept a collector ship. I'm paraphrasing his report here. We got within 5 miles. Then our instruments went haywire. Not jammed, not scrambled. They just started showing us things that weren't there. False altitude readings, phantom targets. One guy swore he saw his own plane on his radar. We had to turn back before someone crashed into a mountain. The collectors are playing with us, showing us that violence isn't even an option. They control our technology better than we do. But then comes day 5, the first extraction. A small town in rural Brazil, population 8,000. The collector ship positions itself directly above the town center. A beam of blue light, soft, almost beautiful, descends from the ship. And then, one by one, people start floating upward. Not screaming, not struggling, just rising. Children, elderly. It doesn't matter. Within 3 hours, the entire town is empty. The ships don't take the buildings, don't touch the infrastructure, just the people. And they move on to the next location. Emotional, almost whispering. This is when the real horror sets in, because we realize we're not being invaded, we're being harvested. Governments collapse, supply chains break down, but humans? We're stubborn creatures. We don't go quietly. Enter Marcus Wee, a former software engineer from Singapore. He's no soldier, no scientist, but he notices something nobody else does. The collector ships follow patterns. They extract populations in a specific sequence, always targeting areas with certain electromagnetic signatures. Working with a ragtag team of hackers, engineers, and one very sleep-deprived astrophysicist, Dr. Chen, Marcus develops something called the Silence Protocol. The idea is simple. If the collectors are tracking our technology, what if entire cities go dark? No power grids, no transmissions, total electromagnetic silence. It's insane. It means abandoning modern civilization. But when Jakarta tries it, powering down every system in the city and evacuating people into the surrounding jungle, surprised, the collector ship passes right over them. It hovers for 6 hours, scanning, searching, then moves on. It works. Word spreads through underground networks, human runners because internet's too risky now. Within days, a global resistance forms. Not fighting the collectors directly, that's suicide, but hiding, adapting, surviving. But there's a cost. For every city that goes dark, thousands die from medical equipment failures, lost food storage, infrastructure collapse. We're saving people by letting others die. It's a math problem nobody wants to solve, but someone has to. Meanwhile, some communities take a different approach. In New Zealand, a group of indigenous Maori leaders proposed something radical: communication through the earth itself. Drumming patterns, seismic signals, low-frequency vibrations the collectors might not recognize as technology. It becomes a new language, a way to coordinate without electromagnetic signatures. Humanity is adapting, but the collectors? They're adapting too. Dr. Chen makes a breakthrough. She's been analyzing the extraction patterns, the ship movements, everything, and she sees it. The collectors aren't random. They're not just taking people. They're taking specific genetic variations, certain phenotypes, particular skill sets. They're not conquerors. They're collectors, like the name I gave them. They collect species. For what? Asks Marcus. I don't know. A zoo? A database? An ark? Maybe their own world is dying and they need genetic material. Or maybe we're just interesting enough to preserve, but not interesting enough to negotiate with. This realization changes everything, because if the collectors see us as specimens, not threats, then violence is pointless. You don't fight a scientist taking samples. You make yourself not worth collecting. The resistance shifts strategy. Instead of hiding from technology, they start broadcasting chaos, contradictory signals, fake population centers, digital ghosts. They make Earth look worthless, contaminated, not worth the effort. And slowly, hopefully, it starts working. Collector ships begin leaving certain regions. The extractions slow down, not stopping, but slowing. 6 months into the invasion, humanity has lost roughly 1 billion people. Extracted, gone. But 6.8 billion remain, and we're learning. A coalition forms, not of governments, most of those are gone, but of people. The silence network, they call it. Millions of humans coordinating through analog systems, human couriers, and sheer stubborn determination. Then comes the breakthrough nobody expected. A 15-year-old girl in Morocco named Amira discovers something extraordinary. She's deaf, has been her whole life, and communicates through sign language. But she notices when collector ships are nearby, she feels vibrations, patterns, rhythms. Surprised, she thinks they're communicating, not with us, with each other. And because she spent her whole life interpreting the world through vibration and visual patterns, she might be the only human who can decode it. Working with Dr. Chen and Marcus, Amira starts translating. It takes weeks, but eventually she cracks it. The collectors aren't silent because they're hostile. They're silent because they assumed we couldn't understand. They've been broadcasting their intentions the whole time, in frequency ranges and patterns human ears can't detect. Their message: preserve samples before planetary integration event in 3 cycles. 3 cycles. In their timescale, that's roughly 9 months. They're not here to take some of us. They're planning to take the planet. The extractions? Just preparation, saving specimens before they consume everything else. The atmosphere, the oceans, the resources, Earth itself. We don't have time to hide anymore. We have 9 months to make ourselves uncollectible.
Here's where the story gets interesting. Because humanity does something the collectors never anticipated. We don't fight them with weapons. We don't hide in the dark. We do something completely insane. We make ourselves incompatible. Dr. Chen proposes it first. They're collecting us because we fit certain parameters, genetic diversity, specific traits. What if we change those parameters? The Silence Network initiates the largest coordinated effort in human history, genetic modification, not to improve ourselves, to make ourselves useless. Unstable DNA markers, introduced mutations, biological chaos that makes us worthless as specimens. It's risky, potentially catastrophic, but it's the only play we have. At the same time, Amira, with her newfound understanding of collector communication, begins broadcasting back, not in English or any human language, in their frequency, their patterns. And her message is simple but powerful. We are aware. We are changing. We are not specimens. We are chaos. The collectors pause. For the first time since arrival, their ships stop moving. They hover in place for 72 hours, just waiting, analyzing, trying to understand what we've done. And then something miraculous happens. They respond. Not with words, with actions. One ship, just one, descends to ground level in Iceland. A hatch opens, and they return people. Not all of them, but thousands, unchanged, unharmed, just released. Dr. Chen, watching from a bunker 6,000 miles away, starts crying. They're testing us. They want to see if we meant it, if we're really willing to destroy our own genetic stability to resist them. Marcus puts it more bluntly. We called their bluff. They collect things that are valuable. We made ourselves worthless, but also unpredictable. And maybe that's more interesting to them than preservation. Over the next 3 months, the collectors continue extracting, but at a fraction of the previous rate. They seem to be negotiating, testing boundaries. Some ships leave Earth entirely, others remain, observing. Humanity doesn't win, let's be clear about that. We don't defeat the collectors or drive them away, but we don't go extinct either. We survive by becoming something they can't categorize, something that doesn't fit their parameters. We survive by embracing chaos. So what if aliens invaded Earth? Here's what I think would really happen. We wouldn't win with military might. We wouldn't win with technology. We'd win, if you can call it winning, by being the most stubborn, unpredictable, self-destructive species in the galaxy. We'd survive because we're willing to change everything about ourselves before we let someone else define what we are. The collectors taught us something valuable. In a universe full of intelligent life, being powerful isn't enough. Being advanced isn't enough. You have to be adaptable. You have to be willing to break your own rules before someone else breaks them for you. Today, right now, we're still alone as far as we know. No ships in the sky, no extractions. But the question isn't really about aliens, is it? It's about us. When faced with an existential threat, can humanity overcome its divisions? Can we adapt fast enough? Are we willing to sacrifice everything we think makes us human to ensure humanity survives? I don't know the answer, but I know this. We're the species that survived ice ages, plagues, world wars, and our own worst inventions. We're creative, resilient, and absolutely terrible at giving up. So maybe, just maybe, if those ships ever do appear in our skies, we'll surprise ourselves. If this scenario fascinated you, terrified you, or made you think differently about our place in the universe, do me a favor. Share this with someone. Talk about it. Because the conversations we have today about cooperation, adaptation, and survival, those might be the practice runs for challenges we can't even imagine yet. And hey, keep looking up. You never know what might be looking back.